Good afternoon, Mount Vernon, and welcome to Mount Vernon High School Ben Gordon Alumni Gym. As today, the Fighting Knights take on Truman High School. The Knights is coming off a back-to-back game with an intense three-point victory against rival New Rochelle High School. So they should be up for this game, very excited to play on a Friday Night Lights. My name is Dwayne Brown. I'll be back with my co-host Isaiah as I give you details on what the Knights need to do to win this game. Sit back, relax, nice basketball. Let's go. Well, we're back, Mount Vernon High School, Ben Gordon Alumni Gym. I'm with my great co-host, Isaiah Rose. Ask Isaiah. Isaiah, what's up? You good today?
Most definitely. This is the third game, not even the third game. This is the second game in three nights here at home for the Knights. They're coming off of a resounding win on the road against arch rival New Rochelle, 61-58. They've won 2 in a row. So to see them back in the States really dominating, getting back in that zone is good to see. The game against New Rochelle to fight tooth and nail. Every point was at a premium. They came back. They went into the fourth trailing, but they showed championship mettle, was able to lock down defensively and make some key shots, led by the seniors, Irvin Patrick and Troy Humstead, really setting the tone, tied for game highs with 18 points. But players stepped up, started with Nasir Davis really coming in the fourth quarter, really helping Irvin handle the basketball, and he knocked down a huge three-point shot to really seal the game for Mount Vernon. So everybody's starting around in the shape. You're starting to see the younger players step up as well, DeMarley Taylor, Yusef Adai. So this team is really getting in that zone right now, and that's what we want to see.
Yeah, yesterday was a good game. I missed it. So if you didn't see the game against New Rochelle, check your YouTube channel and enjoy that game. But it's all about today. That game is over. It means nothing. Tell us about what we need to look forward today to win this game.
Well, this particular game, the Knights come in with the record of 6-5. They're going up against the Truman Mustangs. Obviously, we're led by defense first, and at the point of attack, you have Irvin Patrick. I mentioned his scoring prowess, but the foundation of his game is defensively, and at the point of attack, really putting pressure on the guards, really making it difficult for them to get comfortable. And then when you have Troy Humstead inside, really dominating both backboards, you're able to get out and run when you get easy opportunities. I think for the Knights, more so than anything, it's about making free throws and making sure that you protect the basketball. If you manage the game in terms of turnovers, you should put yourself in position to win a game.
So Truman is out of the Bronx. Can you give us a little insight on what we should expect from Truman?
Well, when you look at a team out of the city like Truman, they're going to make it tough. Obviously, when you come up to Mount Vernon, it's only 20 minutes away or so. So obviously, the identity is going to be what it is. But I think for the Knights more so, with a team like this, they don't really have a lot of size. So we should really maximize that, utilize Troy, utilize Orlando Dawkins' athleticism to really exploit them.
Well, there you go. Ask Isaiah. We're about to start game time. Back-to-back for Mount Vernon, so they should have their legs, or hopefully they have their legs to perform. So I'm Dwayne Brown. This is Isaiah Rose. Enjoy his commentary, and we'll be right back.
For today's basketball game, 0-0 Mustangs and the Mount Vernon Knights. It is the objective of Mount Vernon Athletics, Section 1, and the New York State Public High School Athletic Association to have today's game contested in the most sportsmanlike atmosphere possible. The officials have been instructed to tolerate absolutely no unsportsmanlike conduct from the players. We ask you, the fans, to help us reach our objective by conducting yourselves in a sportsmanlike and respectful manner. Thank you very much for your cooperation and enjoy the game. Now, will you please stand, remove your hats, and place the flag on the wall with the singing of our national anthem by Ms. Joycelyn Denby.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were
on my seat.
Can I get a tic tac?
You absolutely can. They're here because we might get bored.
And now, here's the starting lineup for both teams. For Truman. Starting at guard, Truman.
Over here, take whatever you want.
Starting at guard, Truman number 2, Abdullah Gallo. Starting at guard, Truman number 3, and Rocky Abbas. Starting at forward, Truman number 4, Jesse Madai. Starting at forward, senior number 33, Roman O'Brien. Head coach is Mike Stevens, assisted by Mike Goodwin and Chris Gonzalez. And now, let's hear it for our night. Starting at guard, senior number 1, Vernon Tiger. Starting at guard, junior number 3, Jason Rumano. Starting at guard, senior number 13, Nigel Harris. Starting at forward, senior number 30, Boy Humpton. And starting at forward, senior number 33, Orlando Dawkins. The head coach is Bob Torino, assisted by Brian Brown, Mr. Ogle, and Ryan Portone.
Welcome to this Mount Vernon City School District broadcast of Mount Vernon Knights basketball. On the men's side, we are on the second half of a back-to-back. The Mount Vernon Knights are coming off of a 61-58 victory over arch rival New Rochelle. And with that said, we come into this Friday against a matchup against the 5-3 Truman Mustangs. The Knights, with a record of 6-5, are really getting into the throes of the season after a long stretch on the road. This is their second game in 3 nights here at home. So to understand that, you want to see the Knights really put on a show for the home crowd. The home crowd is starting to fill up here this Friday. So let's get into the starting 5 for both sides. For the Knights, number 1, Irvin Patrick. Number 3, Xavier Rolano. Number 33, Orlando Dawkins. Number 30, Troy Humstead. Number 13, Nigel Harris. For Truman, they have, wait, I'll get that to you very soon, as Irvin Patrick starts the tip-off and gets an M1 opportunity right away. Irvin Patrick coming off of an 18-point performance against New Rochelle. That was on after a 24-point performance against Mamaroneck. So he's in the scoring zone. One thing about Irvin, though, his foundation is always set on defense. So to see him really open it up offensively, it just shows you the type of potential that this player has. On the floor for Truman, number 1, Nashawn Henderson Cruz. Number 3, Dambaki Abbas. Number 4, Jesse Adai. Number 33, Romance Otis Pryor. As Patrick tried to draw and kick there, he gets it to Xavier Rolano. Rolano, left wing 3. In and out, no good. Nigel Harris going for that rebound. It'll be deflected out of bounds. Possession will stay with Mount Vernon. Head coach for Mount Vernon, head coach Bob Semino. And for Truman, you have Mike Stevens and Mike Goodwin as the assistant coach. Mount Vernon unable to score on that second possession. Truman with the basketball. At the rim, they call a block inside that foul will go against. No, they call a charge on that. It'll be a charge. That charge will go against Dan Bakiabas. In Mount Vernon, in New York State basketball, high school basketball, you have 4 8-minute quarters. Inside a minute, Mount Vernon up 3. 3-0. Pull up three, no good for Nation Henderson Cruz. Mount Vernon out on the run. Pull up jumper for Irvin Patrick, no good.
Nobody's dropping.
Rebound by number 14, Tyler Cunningham. And it'll be a turnover for the Mustangs. Orlando Dawkins with a rare jumper, able to knock down the mid-range from the right side. Mount Vernon up 5-0. Still for Mount Vernon. On the run, Nigel Harris. Euro step, floater inside, can't finish. Orlando Dawkins skying in for the putback, can't finish it. Still for Nigel Harris, and he scores. Mount Vernon up 7-0. And head coach Mike Stevens has to call a quick timeout for the Truman Mustangs. Mount Vernon ahead 7-0, 5:47 remaining in the first period. I'm Isaiah Rose from Mount Vernon City School District. Stay tuned. Welcome back to this Mount Vernon City School District broadcast of Mount Vernon Knights basketball. Knights lead the Truman Mustangs 7-0, 5:35 remaining in the first. Right now, defensively, they're able to get out and run. And as I say that, Nigel Harris comes away with another steal. He gets it to Patrick. Patrick with 3 quick points to start the game off the tip-off. Inside, Xavier Rolano called for a travel. But right now, Truman really not handling Mount Vernon's defensive pressure too well right now. At the point of attack, Nigel Harris guarding Abbas. Skip pass, 3-point shot, good. That shot was made by Abdoulaye Diallo. First basket for the Mustangs. Off the steal, Mustangs with an opportunity to score. They could have called it a carry there. They let that go. 3-point shot, no good. That three was taken from Nation Henderson. Inside Dawkins. Skip pass to Rolano was stolen. Good deflection there from Xavier Rolano. At the rim, pass inside to Humstead. Humstead tried to reverse it. This game really, really physical. Bordering on sloppy right now, but they're settling in. Reverse layup is good for Romance Oates Pryor. So Truman starting to settle in offensively. 7-5 Mount Vernon leads. Inside, we have a travel called against Orlando Dawkins. You see a change from head coach Bob Semino, bringing in DeMarley Taylor, Javon Young, and Jasir Barnes. 4 minutes remaining in the first. Mount Vernon jumped out to a early 7-0 lead. But now at 7-5, Truman starting to settle in. As I say that, senior guard Irvin Patrick gets a steal, playing the passing lane, gets an easy layup. 9-4, Mount Vernon leads. Three-point shot, no good. For Truman, Javon Young with the rebound. Jasir Barnes wasn't quite in tune on that pass from Javon Young. Turnover, Mount Vernon. trying to get it inside. Another steal from Mount Vernon. Young pushing the pace. Gets it at the rim to Barnes. Jasiah Barnes going to the free throw line. So good, strong attack from Barnes. Yeah, good, great push ahead from Javon Young. So Mount Vernon up 4 going to the free throw line. That free throw won't count. It has to be a stoppage and play due to the score clock. It appears that the clock went out really quickly, so they have to fix that. But so far, this game has been really, really physical. Both teams getting into the paint right now for Mount Vernon, though, where they're capitalizing is they're getting a lot of steals. In the first couple of minutes, we saw the likes of Nigel Harris really making plays, and since then, Javon Young has come in and made a huge, huge play in terms of really pushing the pace and setting the tone, getting the ball ahead very quickly. And Irvin Patrick came up with a huge steal prior to that, playing the passing lane to really put both teams in position. So put Mount Vernon in position. So we'll have to take a quick stoppage and play while they work on the clock. We'll be back. I'm Isaiah Rose from Mount Vernon City School District. Stay tuned. We're back. Jasiah Barnes makes both free throws, so he's in the books for 2 quick points. Mount Vernon up 11-5. We're back. This is Mount Vernon City School District broadcast of Mount Vernon Knights basketball. 2:55 remaining. Troy Humstead going up against Romance Oates Pryor. He's able to draw a foul for great spin move. He'll be going to the free throw line. Oates Pryor has 2 points so far.
Who was that foul on, boss? Thank you.
First free throw good for Oates Pryor. Second free throw, no good. DeMarley Taylor with that rebound. Inside, Taylor thought about a jumper. And he got caught up there looking to pass the ball. After hesitating on a shot, he traveled. On the attack, great interior presence there from Humstead. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Taylor once again. Offensive rebound went to Truman. Taylor couldn't quite corral it. 3-point shot is no good for Dambaki Abbas. So substitution for Mount Vernon coming into the game. Yusuf Aladdin and Damon Scott. We approach 2 minutes remaining in the first. Mount Vernon leads 11-6. Scott, turnaround jumper from Irvin Patrick, no good. Fighting for that rebound. Humstead is fouled. He'll be going to the free throw line for 2. Great tenacity on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things we saw last night on both ends of the floor. Humstead really attacking the boards and really setting the tone for Mount Vernon on the interior. He had a tough 18 points all the way around, really getting all of the scrappy buckets necessary to keep Mount Vernon ahead. It was a seesaw game for Mount Vernon through and through, but his tenacity along with Irvin Patrick's poise at the point guard position really led Mount Vernon to a tough win on the road. Here at home, though, Humstead goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. So Mount Vernon ahead 12-6, 150 remaining in the first. 3-point shot is good for Jesse Adai. So 12-9, Mount Vernon leads. Their 2-possession lead cut in half. Humstead under the rim. And we got a travel. Humstead got caught in the air there. Truman able to break the press. At the rim, no good on the layup. 1:19 remaining. Good crossover from Young. But Young had to deflect it off his foot. Turnover Mount Vernon. So while their defense is allowing them to set the tone, they're giving it right back with some tough turnovers right now. And you got to take into account that this is a back-to-back for Mount Vernon, especially after a tough game. Yusuf Aladdin with the steal. Mount Vernon's opportunity picks up. Going to the free throw line will be Irvin Patrick. First free throw was good for Patrick. He now has 6 points.
No, that's a freshman class.
Second free throw is good. 14-9 Mount Vernon leads. Great deflection there from Homestead to deflect that pass. 1:06 remaining, Mount Vernon up 5. Great awareness there from Aladdin to prevent that pass inside. Would have been an easy basket for Truman. But we're approaching a minute remaining.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking. I've used that though before too, because the other one worked.
3-point shot, no good. Great outlet pass to Patrick, but a great steal and track. Great ball movement, 3-point shot, no good. Great attempt at the offensive rebound and a finish inside from Jesse Adai. Adai now with 5 points. Homestead trying to get the outlet pass. But it got caught under the rim. He wasn't able to gather up. So 14-11 Mount Vernon leads with 32 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. A potential steal for Patrick. Wasn't able to get it. Trap it on that left sideline. 3-point shot attempt from Tyler Cunningham, no good. Troy Homestead with a tough block. So shot clock is off, 18.6 seconds remaining in the first. Mount Vernon up 3, but Truman very scrappy.
16 seconds.
Almost a travel there on the attack though. Great finish inside for number 14, Tyler Cunningham. So we go into the second quarter. Mount Vernon up 1, 14-13. This is the Mount Vernon City School District broadcast of Mount Vernon Knights basketball. We'll be back after this 1-minute intermission. Stay tuned. Start of the second quarter, Truman basketball. While Mount Vernon got out to an early 7-0 lead, we had Truman scrap all the way back to get within 1 going into the second. So it was 14-13. That'll be a turnover called against Truman. It'll be an offensive foul. So Mount Vernon, while this is the second end of a back-to-back for them, they have to really settle into this game and focus on this opponent. Sometimes when you have a big-time win against an arch rival, the next game tends to be a letdown. So you want to see Mount Vernon get their energy up and really get focused on execution. Inside, Rolano trying to get a pass to Troy Homestead, but we got a turnover. Another turnover for Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon not able to maintain the trap. Great outlet pass from Humstead to Patrick. Irvin Patrick tried to get a layup at the rim, but it's blocked, big time block there from Dambaki Abbas. And we got a 3-point shot from Nashon Henderson Cruz. Nasir Davis into the game. Davis knocked down a game-clinching 3 for Mount Vernon to seal that game against New Rochelle. So obviously his game starting to round into shape, especially after missing some time earlier this season. But we got a deflection out of bounds. Possession will stay with Mount Vernon, but Mount Vernon trailing by 2 now, 16-14. Early stages of the second quarter. Baseline out of bound on the inbound. Davis trying to set up Humstead inside, is stolen. 3-point shot, no good. Irvin Patrick with that rebound. Patrick with a great pass to Vernon. Vernon can't finish that layup, and possession will go to Truman. So you wonder, especially at the early stage of this game, if Mount Vernon has their legs. But Truman doesn't worry about any of that. They're fighting regardless of who the opponent is. Mount Vernon has to step up. And we got a charge, as that charge will go against Jesse Adai. Davis and Vernon not on the same accord. There's 6:07 remaining in the first half. But we've seen a number of unforced turnovers from Mount Vernon, really allowing Truman to not only stay in this game, but now take the lead. Hop step inside and one opportunity there. Great drive from Dambaki Abbas. Personal foul called against Orlando Dawkins. So now with a 2-possession lead, 18-14, Abbas looks to put Truman up 5. Truman able to get the rebound off the miss. Great find inside. Unable to make that layup was Jesse Ade. Inside, what a pass. Troy Humstead able to score. Great ball movement from Truman. At the rim layup, no good. Nasir Davis gets it to Patrick. Patrick crossover dribble in the paint, floater. Just rolls off the rim. Possession will go to Truman. So now the energy's starting to pick up on both sides. Coming into the game, number 4, Youssef Adai. Adai got some quality minutes against New Rochelle yesterday. Played really, really physical. And you had to play with that level of physicality against a team like New Rochelle yesterday. And as I say that, Troy Humstead getting a huge block at the rim. No easy baskets inside right now. Crossover dribble on the kick out. 3-point shot, good. Big time 3 made from Tyler Cunningham. On a response, Adai is fouled, so he'll be going to the free throw line. 21-16, Truman leads Mount Vernon. But I think right now Mount Vernon understands that their opponent isn't laying down. So now they're going to start to pick up their energy despite coming on the second end of a back-to-back. Second free throw is good for Youssef. Great skip pass. Three-point shot is good from Nashawn Henderson Cruz. So he has 2 3-point shots. He has 6 points now. Truman up 7. And a turnover from Urban Patrick trying to find Orlando Dawkins inside. 4:22 remaining in the first half. Contact inside called against. That contact inside is called against Troy Homestead. Going to the free throw line will be Jesse Adai.
Y'all gonna allow that? Like that's what goes on here in Mount Vernon High School level?
First free throw was good. Second free throw was good. 7 points for Jesse Adai. Truman up 9 now, 26-17. Patrick for 3. Urban Patrick cuts the 9-point deficit to 6. Patrick now working his way to 10 points. Adai with an easy basket inside. Patrick on the left wing, trying to find Homestead inside his contact. And now Truman has 8 team fouls, so Homestead will be going to the free throw line. One more foul for Truman, and that'll put Mount Vernon in the double bonus. First free throw good for Homestead. He's been relatively quiet in this game now with 4 points. Now with 5. Six-point game, 3:15 remaining in the first half. Truman, the Mustangs coming in with a record of 5-3, came to play. Really punching Mount Vernon in the mouth right now, really giving them a taste of their own medicine in terms of physicality defensively. I think right now Mount Vernon is a bit off in terms of execution. But over these next 3:10, Mount Vernon has an opportunity to steal the half back. Let's see how they adjust to what Truman is bringing to them. Great defense from Adai there. We got a travel. That travel is called on Dan Bakia, boss. So great response defensively from Mount Vernon there. 2:55 remaining. Mount Vernon trailing by 6 with the basketball. Young on the baseline. Looked to pull up for a jumper, but it's blocked out of bounds. 22 seconds on the clock, Mount Vernon possession. Patrick, right wing 3, no good. Orlando Dawkins tried to get that offensive rebound. Couldn't quite get that second hand on the basketball. Great steal from Urban Patrick. He's going straight to the rim. And a layup, big time steal there from Urban Patrick. Patrick now with 12 points. It's a 4-point deficit for Mount Vernon. Great trap there from Young and Humstead. Big time steal from Mount Vernon. Humstead pushing the pace. Great pass inside. Patrick couldn't score. But the defense started to pick up from Mount Vernon. And we got a foul on Mount Vernon. On the attack there was Keyshawn DeVoe. That personal foul called against Orlando Dawkins, his second personal foul, 4th team foul. First free throw for DeVoe is good. Second free throw was good. (30-24). Truman leads Mount Vernon, 1:45 remaining. A dive. Trying to drive. Kicks it to Humstead. Humstead straightaway jumper. Good. Troy Humstead starting to pick it up. Now with 7 points. Mount Vernon trailing by 4, 30-26. Three-point shot, no good. Mount Vernon able to come away with that rebound. Trying to outlet it to Irvin Patrick. We got a turnover. So, timeout called by head coach Mike Stevens. 1:14 remaining. We'll be back. So they say it's a travel called against Truman. Before the timeout was called, they called a travel against Truman. So we're not gonna go to break here. Mount Vernon basketball before the timeout. Mount Vernon basketball. Irvin Patrick with the ball. Humstead. Corner three, no good. Goes off the side of the backboard. Not quite the shot. I'm sure Coach Semino wanted there. Under a minute remaining. Truman up 4. Really testing Mount Vernon right now. Inside, we got a strong finish there. That finish was made by number 2, Abdoulaye Diallo. Big basket there from Irvin Patrick. Looking to respond for 3-point game. Almost a steal there from Patrick. It is a steal. Troy Humstead is called for the travel.
Sub, bro, sub.
Black. Stevens.
Oh my God, this kid is killing me.
Shot clock is off, 24 seconds remaining, 32-29. Truman leads Mount Vernon here in Ben Gordon Alumni Gym, home of the night. Truman came to play. Despite the prestige of Mount Vernon, Truman not afraid. Big time block there from Orlando Dawkins. Mount Vernon possession. He rips the ball away. Strong finish there from Keyshawn DeVoe. And Truman looking to shock Mount Vernon here at home. Up 5 at the half, 34-29. We'll be back after this 10-minute intermission. I'm Isaiah Rose from Mount Vernon City School District with much more coverage of Mount Vernon Knights basketball. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the second half. This is the Mount Vernon City School District broadcast of Mount Vernon Knights basketball. In this matchup, the Knights trail by 5 right now against the Truman Mustangs. The Mustangs came to play defensively, and Mount Vernon, while they have played tough on the defensive end, the one thing that's hurting them is unforced turnovers. Right now, their turnovers have really did them in, and it's allowed Truman to stay in the game. Easy opportunity inside. That basket is good for Jesse Adai. Adai now with 11 points. Opportunity to score is good for Irvin Patrick on another steal. Patrick has just been really carrying the Knights so far with 16 points. Basket no good. Mount Vernon trailing by 5. Trying to get inside. Patrick has a turnover. Potentially save the basketball. Patrick thought about a shot. Gets it inside the Homestead. The basket is good. No, I'm right. That's Troy Homestead. Shot no good. Rebounded by Orlando Dawkins. Nigel Harris on the drive. Able to get it to Rolando. Rolando not able to score on that baseline layup. Up 3. Trying to stem Mount Vernon's tide. 3-point shot, no good. That shot was taken by Romance Oates Pryor. Inside we got a charge. I couldn't quite get the player for you. Had the referee and both Truman coaches in the view of the scores table. With that said, though, Mount Vernon gets a stop. Inside 6 minutes to play here in the third period. Mount Vernon trying to respond to a tough first half play from the Mustangs. Mustangs making it very difficult on the Knights, but the Knights making it difficult on themselves. Shooting themselves in the foot with turnovers. Let's see, can they have a much cleaner second half? Inside, Javon Young trying to get a pro hop, but he commits another turnover. Almost stolen there from Patrick. Young tried to get a steal, able to get that turnover back. So great way to play defense there, able to get it to Rolando. Rolando inside, can't finish. Truman gets the rebound. So the start of the second half is as scrappy as ever. With the basketball is Abdoulaye Diallo, unable to get that mid-range jumper to fall. Homestead inside, takes contact, still scores. So Homestead picking it up here in the second half. He now has 11. Another turnover from Truman. Homestead trying to get it to Patrick. Patrick would have made that 3 and taken a lead for the Knights. Fadeaway jumper is good off the glass for Nashawn Henderson Cruz. He now has 8. Knights trying to get back into the game. We approach 4 minutes remaining. Patrick for 3. Big time 3 for Urban Patrick. And we got a charge. That charge is called on Romance Oates Pryor as he tried to make that skip pass to the left wing. So the game is tied at 38. Urban Patrick right now has 24 points once again.
3, Coach.
Coach. Thank you.
Oh, shit. My bad. Sorry.
Excuse me, 20 points. Want to get that right. Urban Patrick with 20 points right now. Game tied, though, at 38. Turnover by Mount Vernon. Oates Pryor, Euro step blocked inside by Orlando Dawkins. Damon Scott with the rebound, gets it to Patrick. Patrick for 3, no good. Scott with that rebound, gets it to Patrick. Patrick with a great pass. Homestead and 1! Great vision on the pass from Urban Patrick, playing aggressive, able to find Troy Homestead for a tough basket inside, giving Mount Vernon a 40-38 lead.
That's his fourth.
Shut up.
So the Knights went into the half down 5, picked up their defense, and while they're still turning over the basketball, they're capitalizing on Truman's turnovers as well and starting to make some tough baskets. Now up 3, 41-38, 3:37 remaining in the third quarter. Almost a steal there from Irvin Patrick, but he commits the foul. Shot no good. Isaiah Barnes tried to get that rebound. Fighting for that rebound, we got a jump ball. Possession will stay with Truman, down 3 now. So let's see, can they respond to the run that Mount Vernon has made? While they did step up and bring a lot of energy in that first half. A lot of times when you're playing a team like Mount Vernon, you tend to play outside yourself at times. And it seems like now that the momentum is starting to shift. Barnes trying to get a easy assist there, commits a turnover. Three-point shot, no good. No good for Truman, 2:55 remaining. Barnes trying to find Damon Scott in that corner there for that 3. Deflected out of bounds. Mount Vernon retains possession though. Patrick with the basketball. Trying to set up a play inside, trying to get a bit too casual with the basketball. Kick out, 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Damon Scott, big time rebound by Scott. Finds Patrick. Patrick in the paint. Takes contact and he's fouled. Right now, Truman picking up a lot of fouls early. 2:28 remaining in the third. They already have 4 team fouls.
That's not the call. That was not the call.
Irvin Patrick going to the free throw line. It tends to be a dispute between the Truman coaches in regards to a jump ball or the foul, but it appeared that Patrick was going up for a layup before he was fouled. Patrick makes the first free throw now with 21 points. Second free throw good for Patrick. Now with 22 points, Mount Vernon up 5. Inside, a strong finish. That strong finish by number 4, Jesse Adai. He'll be going to the free throw line. And 1. Adai now with a team high 11. Unable to complete the and 1 though. Truman trailing by 3, 43-40. inside the basket is good for Troy Homestead. Homestead now with 16 points. Pull up three, no good. Fighting for that rebound, Orlando Dawkins tried to sky away with it. Big time opportunity to finish, and a putback is good for Abdoulaye Diallo. Diallo now with 7 points. 3-point game, 45-42. Homestead working at left corner, drives baseline. Contact in, we got a travel called against Troy Homestead. Got caught under the basket there. He wanted to score, didn't look to pass. When the shot wasn't there, the hesitation got set up that travel there for Truman. So trailing by 3. It's been an 8-point swing here in this third period as Urban Patrick tried to get that steal there. 3-point game, Truman trying to tie it, rims out. Big time rebound from DeMarley Taylor. He gets it to Patrick. Patrick at the rim. Layup is good. Layup is good from Urban Patrick. Now with 24 points. 5-point game, 47-42, 48 seconds remaining in the third period. This is the Mount Vernon City School District broadcast of Mount Vernon Knights basketball. And we got a charge. That charge is called against Jesse Adai as he tried to set up the Euro step there. Big time defense for Mount Vernon. 41 seconds left, so the momentum is definitely swung in Mount Vernon's direction. They really picked it up defensively, and to be quite honest with you, they're remaining as disciplined as possible right now in terms of staying in pocket with the three-point shots. Every now and again you see Patrick playing the passing lanes, but that's his specialty. So he's allowed the autonomy to really roam defensively, but outside of that, everyone else is really staying in place and making it difficult. Now, the one thing that the Knights do have to shore up as we go into this fourth period is turnovers. That's still an issue, and Truman has been hanging around due to Mount Vernon's turnovers. And we got a foul called against Damon Scott on that left sideline. So that's the Knights' third team foul going into the fourth. 17 seconds remaining. Shot clock is off. Truman trailing by 5. And giving Mount Vernon as much as they can handle. And we got a turnover called against Truman. Nasir Davis with the basketball. 14 seconds left in the third. Mount Vernon has completely swung this game. After trailing by 5 going into the half, they're up 5. 10-point swing. 4 seconds left though. Truman with the basketball. Layup opportunity, no good. Rebounded by Taylor. Mount Vernon goes into the fourth. Up 5. It was a 10-point swing going from the halftime going into the fourth. Trailing by 5, now up 5. 1 minute intermission left from Isaiah Rose from Mount Vernon City School District. Stay tuned for the final 8 minutes. Start of this fourth quarter. Mount Vernon taking everything they could handle against this Truman Mustangs team. Very scrappy. Urban Patrick really turning it up here in this game, including a big third quarter to really swing the game open. Here has 24 points so far. A big-time third quarter as well from Troy Homestead. Homestead now up to 16 points. So Mount Vernon trying to finish out this final 8 minutes to continue their winning streak. They're coming off of a tough win against arch rival New Rochelle, 61-58. And in these final 8 minutes, can they finish? Inside, Damon Scott has his shot blocked.
Three, take it to the middle,
Patrick couldn't quite handle the drive inside from Dembaki Abbas, but great defense on the interior. Patrick for 3, no good. Fighting for that rebound. Truman comes away with it. Tyler Cunningham able to come away with the rebound. Big time jumper inside from Jesse Adai. Adai now into double digits with 11. 3-point game, 47-44, 6:45 remaining here at Ben Gordon Alumni Gym, home of the Knights. Nasir Davis inside to Damon Scott. Great pass inside to DeMarley Taylor. He had the shot pinned on the glass. Tough basket inside for Troy Humstead. Humstead with the physicality. Now up to 18 points. 3-point shot, good. That 3-point shot is good from Abdoulaye Diallo. Diallo now with 10 points. Taylor in the left corner. Gets it to Humstead. Humstead inside, can't finish that layup. Very physical. We got a jump ball. Possession will go to Truman. So I'm running up 2 now. Abbas taking pressure from Young. On that right wing. Skip pass, 3-point opportunity, no good. Cunningham gets the rebound, gets it back to Abbas. Truman trailing by 2. They've been able to make some timely threes throughout the game. Three-point shot, no good for Diallo. That would have been a big-time basket in terms of momentum for Truman, but Mount Vernon escapes that possession, still with the 2-point lead. We approach 5 minutes remaining. This is a time where you trust the championship pedigree of the Knights, led by a great general and head coach Bob Semino. Obviously, he has big-time trust in his seniors on the floor, and as I say that, you get a big-time assist from Troy Humstead to Orlando Dawkins for a tough basket inside. Dawkins now with 4 points. A big-time basket here in the fourth. Up 4, 4:50 remaining. Inside, we get a charge. So Dawkins coming up big on both ends. Tough basket inside, and he comes back and sacrifices his body for the charge. Mount Vernon up 4 with the basketball. Patrick for 3, good. Big time 3 for Irvin Patrick, now with 27 points. No, they said that was a long 2, excuse me, so he has 26. He has 26, they say it's a long 2. (53-47), 4:17 remaining. Truman basketball. Turnover by Truman. Some miscommunication there from Abdoulaye Diallo and Abbas. Davis thought about taking a shot as once again Humstead tried to find Orlando Dawkins on that baseline, but it's a turnover, so Truman still alive, up trailing by 6, but a 3-point shot from Diallo, no good. Mount Vernon possession. At the rim, we got a charge called against Patrick. Patrick has been known to contort his body from time to time to get some tough layups, but they call a charge against Patrick on that attempt there. 3:41 remaining, 2-possession game. Mount Vernon up 6. Opportunity for 3, big time 3 from Tyler Cunningham. He now has 6 points. 1-possession game coming down to the wire. these are the times where you trust Mount Vernon, because Mount Vernon has been in these type of situations before, especially Patrick and Humstead to lead the charge. Young, pull-up jumper, no good. Fighting for that rebound was Patrick. Possession will go to the Mustangs. So we approach 3 minutes remaining, 3:06. I'm Isaiah Rose broadcasting live from Ben Gordon Alumni Gym, home of the Knights. Knights up by 3. Irvin Patrick with a big-time steal. Javon Young at the rim. He can't finish the layup, but he'll be going to the free throw line. And Javon Young deflected that pass, made it very, very easy for Irvin Patrick to come away in that passing lane with the steal. So big-time deny there on that inbound from Javon Young. He'll be going to the free throw line trying to increase this lead for Mount Vernon. First free throw, no good, rims out. Coming into the game for Mount Vernon, number 32, Kwame Smith. Smith comes into the game for Dawkins. Dawkins come up huge here in the fourth with some tough baskets and a charge taken as Young gets in the books with that second free throw. 2-possession game, 54-50. But Truman isn't going away. Can Mount Vernon close? Floater inside, big-time block from Kwame Smith. Irvin Patrick trying to get the outlet. Couldn't quite get it for the fast break. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Nasir Davis. Davis pushing the pace, gets it to Young. Young trying to get it to the top of the key to reset. Davis with the basketball, he slows it down. Mount Vernon content to run clock, get it back. Davis inside to Humstead. Humstead facing a double team, trying to find a teammate. Can he get the basketball? Big time steal from Truman. Scrappy on the floor. Young trying to get the basketball and call timeout. And we have a timeout call to save that possession. A broken play on both sides. Nobody could come away with the basketball. Mount Vernon timeout, 2:08 remaining. This is Isaiah Rose from Mount Vernon City School District. Stay tuned for the final 2 minutes of this tough game. Knights up 4 against Truman, 54-50. Welcome back to the final 2 minutes here at Ben Gordon Alumni Gym. Knights up 4 against the Truman Mustangs. Mustangs coming with a record of 5-3. As Nasir Davis tried to find Javon Young under the basket for an easy layup, but it wasn't quite easy as it was some body contact inside. Young playing defense, and he is called for a foul against Dambaki Abbas. Abbas has been quite the facilitator for Truman, despite the physicality played for Mount Vernon, making it very difficult for him. He's been able to stay the court for Truman. He'll be going to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Abbas now with 3 points. Second free throw bounces around and falls in. So 2-point game, Mount Vernon up 4. They're not out of the woods yet. They have to continue to execute and get key baskets. Who will come up huge? So far, it's been Irvin Patrick, and with that set on cue, he'll be going to the free throw line. Tonight, Patrick has continued his scoring stretch. He's coming over an 18-point performance against New Rochelle, and tonight, 26 points. He's knocked down some huge mid-range jumpers, some key threes at times to really keep Mount Vernon in the game when they were struggling. That third quarter really swung the game. First free throw good for Patrick now with 27 points. Second free throw good for Patrick now 28 points. Mount Vernon up 4, 56-52. Working that right corner, three-point shot, no good. Patrick comes away with the steal. Patrick at the rim. Can't finish the layup, Young there. And he'll be going to the free throw line on the putback. So good attack there from Irvin Patrick after a tough steal. He's under the rim after he completely went all out for that layup there. Tough fall. But he appears to be okay. And Young, who's come up huge here in the fourth defensively, he had some rough patches in the early first three quarters in terms of turnovers, but he's come up huge here in the fourth defensively, and he was in the right place at the right time for that putback opportunity. He misses the first free throw though, so he has to make these pennies to really finish out this game as we approach a minute remaining here in the fourth. Young's second free throw is good. So Mount Vernon up 5, 109 remaining. So far, Truman's offense has been relegated to tough three-point shots down the stretch here. And as I say that, a three-point shot no good for Nashawn Henderson-Cruz. Offensive rebound to Truman. Three-point shot to Henderson-Cruz, no good. Homestead comes away with a strong rebound. Knights looking to close it out. 40 seconds left. Two-possession game. Knights with the basketball. Irvin Patrick with the basketball. 28 points for Irvin Patrick. Contented to dribble out the clock. Great pass inside the Dawkins, and he's fouled. So if you're head coach Bob Smino, you're content with an ideal possession like that. Not only do you dribble off a number of seconds, but you're able to get an opportunity to go to the free throw line. Great play of keep away there against Truman, who really needed to foul in that possession to extend the game. Orlando Dawkins make the first free throw. Dawkins now with 5 points. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Patrick. Patrick still dribbling off clock. He has to commit a foul there, and finally, Truman commits a foul. 21 seconds left. No, wait. It will be a timeout, excuse me. So it'll be a timeout, but we'll stay here. 21 seconds remaining. Mount Vernon appears to escape a tough Truman Mustangs team who gave them everything they can handle, especially on the back end of a back-to-back against an arch rival in New Rochelle. Tough win on the road, 61-58. Your emotions will tend to be extremely high off of a win like that, and it tends to be a letdown. And that's natural, you know, when you give all your energy to close out a win like that, to come home. Obviously, you want to give your home crowd a great performance, but it's not realistic to expect perfection all the time. But with that said, no game is going to be pretty. No, not every game is going to be pretty, and I think the Knights have done a great job, despite being an ugly game, figuring out ways to win. And when you figure out ways to win, it's easier to learn on the fly. So for the Knights, they get an outstanding performance from Irvin Patrick. Patrick tonight, 28 points. Troy Humstead contributing with a tough 18. And then you have contributions from Javon Young, Orlando Dawkins, Yusef Adai, Nigel Harris, and much more. For Truman, they've played above their heads in a lot of respects. They've given the Knights tough defensive coverage. Not only that, they've hit timely threes as well. But with that said, you got 18 seconds left. Irvin Patrick with the basketball, and he's dribbling out the clock once again, and he'll be going to the free throw line. Patrick tonight already with 28, so the rest of these points will be cosmetic in nature. But Irvin Patrick tonight has played an outstanding game, really these last three games, going all the way back to the Mamaroneck game in which he had 24 points here at home. Then they go on the road and play an outstanding defensive game and contribute a tough 18 points as well. And then tonight, to continue to score, he has 29 points. And 30 points now for Irvin Patrick. 9 seconds left. Truman can't get a clean possession, even with 6 seconds left. Great deflection there from Troy Homestead. The final 6 seconds, the Knights up 8. And the three-point shot is no good for Henderson Cruz. The Knights will improve to 7-5. They defeat the Truman Mustangs 60-52, despite a tough matchup from the Mustangs. The Knights improved to 7-5, and we'll be back with much more with post-game interviews. I'm Isaiah Rhodes from Mount Vernon City School District. Stay tuned for much more throughout this season. The Knights' next game will be this Sunday, January 12th, on the road against Brentwood. So stay tuned for that. We'll be back. I'm Isaiah Rhodes from Mount Vernon City School District. Thank you.
Whew, what a game, what a game. Truman gave them a game, but we're back. My man Isaiah asks Isaiah, we have 2 players here, Troy and Irv. Isaiah, good game, man.
Well, definitely, I think when you look at what the Knights were able to do, especially coming off of a tough one against New Rochelle, it tends to be a letdown. But being at home, the first half was a bit rougher, especially considering the turnovers, but they responded. Although it wasn't pretty, you get veteran leadership like that from Troy Homestead and Irvin Patrick. They were able to come away with a tough win.
Let's get some players in here. Irv, Patrick, come in here, man. So, Irv, you had a back-to-back big games. Tell me how you feel, man.
Feeling good. Just feeling energized, got energy. We're playing hard. We started off a lot slower today than we should have, but we picked it up on the defensive end and it got better.
Was there any carryover from last night's game to today, you thought? You guys started out kind of sluggish. Talk about that.
Yeah, definitely a lot of momentum coming into this game. We had a great game against New Rochelle yesterday, so we just wanted to keep the energy up.
Now, Irv, you mentioned in terms of the momentum, while it wasn't as pretty as you guys would have liked in terms of execution, how were you able to compose yourself, especially there in the second half, to really settle down a tough, scrappy Truman team?
Yeah, they're a scrappy team, and they like to push the ball as well as us, so I think we got carried away with the pace and started rushing, and we had to compose ourselves and slow the game down. And part of that was my fault. As a point guard, I should have slowed the game down, but as the game progressed, I started learning. I took something from this game I learned. I need to slow down.
Now, Troy, obviously,
Come in frame, my man.
obviously in terms of how both games, especially last night and today, both games has really been scrappy and physical. That's really all in your wheelhouse. That's something that you enjoy, especially as a big man. How have you continued to set the tone here, especially as the season goes on? You're getting into league play. You're going against tough teams. What is your mentality right now?
Just to get better. That's it.
As you continue, you're about to go on the road against Brentwood. You obviously want to get better. What are some things that you see from the team that you believe you guys can get better at?
Defending, defense, there's always room for more improvement. But I think we just need to be better as a team, and that's it.
The Knights improved to 7-5. I'm Isaiah Rhodes with Troy Homestead and Irvin Patrick. The Knights continue on their 3-game winning streak. We'll have much more coverage. I'm Isaiah Rhodes with Dwayne Brown. This is a Mount Vernon City School District broadcast. Continue to watch. Thank you.
Welcome, Mount Vernon. We are back. Knights basketball. The Knights had another victory, but the game's over, and I'm here with our special guest, Mayor Sean Patterson Howard. Mayor, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Dwayne. We just won.
We just won. It's your first game as mayor. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels good. It feels good. I wanted to make it to the New Road game yesterday, but I was running in different places, so I couldn't make it, but I'm glad that I was able to make it here today and support the Knights.
Well, we'd rather you on the home court than in New Road any day, anytime.
But, we always got to get up for the New Road game and make sure that we're out there supporting because that's always the nemesis.
That's always the rival. That's always right. So what do you think about today's game?
It was a good game. It was a close game. It was kind of a nail-biter all the way down. We always like a big margin of victory, but you also like an exciting game, and it was an exciting game.
Well, the mayor's here, so hopefully this year they can bring a gold ball. So her first year as mayor, they can win a gold ball for you as mayor this year.
Gold ball, Newburgh, Glen Falls.
Oh, she won it all. I just wanted a gold ball. She won the whole championship in her first year. But, you can't stop a winner. So thank you for your time. We look forward to having you for the rest of the season. And anything you'd like to say to the community real quick?
just make sure that you come out and support our young people. Knights basketball, our Lady Knights as well, our junior Knights. Mount Vernon has a basketball legacy, but it's not just a basketball legacy. We have a legacy of student athletes. So our young people don't only excel on the basketball court, they're excelling in the classroom, going to college, and earning an education. And so we want to make sure that we're encouraging our young people by coming out and supporting.
You heard her, and she probably wants you to go to Howard if you graduate from the school, but we'll talk about that later. Peace, Mount Vernon.